Hi, hello there. So you were planning to move to Japan? Guess what? Tomi senpai has a few tips for you, as per usual. So let's get into it. Subscribe. Hey homies, and welcome back to Tomi's World. You already know it's your girl Tomi, and I am back with another video. So in today's video, I wanted to share a few tips for anyone who is thinking about moving to Japan to teach English. Ooh, the bougie life. Note the sarcasm, okay? But before we get into it, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, because any interaction that you make with this video will help our little channel to grow. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into the video. So I am going to split this video into two different parts. What you can do prior to coming to prepare, and also what you can do when you get here to ensure that you have the most amazing experience. And remember, I am Tomi senpai, so you have to listen to me, okay? The first tip I want to share is that you should start saving some money. Regardless of whether you are in high school, college, wherever you are in life right now, if you are thinking about moving abroad, you should be saving some money. Especially if you will be coming over with any other program than JET. Because I think JET is one of the only programs that pays for your transportation to come to Japan. However, once you do get to Japan, you are going to need to pay for things like your apartment, grocery, and living in Japan for 1 month before your first paycheck. So if you can start early, then I suggest you do that. And if you are a little bit later but you still have a few months, still save some money. You are going to need it. Okay, let's move on to tip number 2. Learn a little Japanese. Yes, I know, pot cursing the kettle, calling it black, or whatever you guys say in English. That's what we say in Creole, you know, because I didn't learn any Japanese before coming, but as your senpai, I would definitely suggest that you guys learn a little bit of Japanese before coming. It will make the transition so much easier. It will ease culture shock, help you to make friends. Plus, once you get to Japan, the first thing that you will do at your school is actually introduce yourself to the principal and all the teachers in the staff room. So if you can introduce yourself in Japanese, that would be great. So even if that is all the Japanese that you can learn, how to introduce yourself before coming to Japan, I suggest you learn it. If you don't know how to do that, then I will leave a link to my video here about me learning Japanese, and then you guys can practice based on that video. Anyway, let's move on to point number 3. I highly suggest that you learn a little bit about the norms and traditions of Japan before moving here. That is because there are a lot of cultural differences between Japan and Western countries. There are even cultural differences between Japan and other Asian countries, baby. So you are going to want to learn about the norms and traditions of Japan so that you can have a seamless transition. You do not want to be the gaijin who is doing like everything wrong, and then every Japanese person is looking at you like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you are going to want to learn a few of those norms and traditions. Something that I wish I had learned prior to coming to Japan was definitely how to ride a bicycle, which is a norm here. Everyone just assumes that once there is someone on a bicycle, they know how to ride. I can't tell you how much time Johnny and I almost hit a Japanese kid or a Japanese person because they just assume I know how to swerve out of the way. Bruh, get out of my way. I do not know how to ride a bicycle. Let's just move on to point number 4. Prior to coming to Japan, you are going to want to be prepared for culture shock. Let's just say be prepared to be uncomfortable. There are so many differences between Japan and your home country. In Jamaica, everything is always loud, it's always popping, it's always a party going on somewhere. In Japan, it's always quiet. I mean, I am recording this video in my apartment. I have neighbors over there and I have neighbors over there. And you guys can't hear anything. I'm probably the loudest person in my building and they are just waiting for me to move out. You know what I mean? But yeah, you get my point. So there are a lot of cultural differences between Japan and your home country, and if you are not prepared for culture shock, then when you come, you will definitely be overwhelmed. There is no way you can fully prepare yourself to be like shocked by the culture, but I will be doing a video very soon about some culture shock moments for me, and then I will do a follow-up about how I actually think that you can get over culture shock or kind of prepare for it in some sort of way. So stay tuned for that. But for now, you must prepare to be uncomfortable, Daniel-san. Y'all don't know Karate Kid? When I went to Okinawa, I went to look for Tomiville, but it wasn't there. So fake. Point number 5, I think you should learn about the experiences of others prior to coming to Japan. When you know about other people's experiences, it will kind of help you to figure out what you need to be doing or how you need to act. It will help you to alleviate culture shock and all the things that I mentioned before. Except saving money. Actually, it can, because here I am telling you to save money based on my experience of coming to Japan. Yeah. So you are going to want to learn about the experiences of others, i.e. just go ahead and watch my YouTube videos. Yeah, that's a lot of information. But there are a lot of other YouTubers out there who have had different experiences, who you can learn different things from other than just my experience, you know what I mean? So I do believe that you should go ahead and try to learn from the experiences of as many people as you can. That way, when you come over here, you can be prepared. You will be like a super gaijin. 10, 10, 10, 10, introducing super gaijin, homie. Girl, I could see that. I could definitely see that. Okay, so now we are going to move on to the tips on how to prepare for your move to Japan, but like the part when you are actually here in Japan, because many people focus on coming to Japan but not the fact that you're gonna have to like live a full life out here in Japan. Or was that just me? Tip number 1, you need to be flexible. I remember when I just came over, we had this huge conference with all the ALTs. In that conference, we had this very Genki Japanese guy who was talking to us, and his phrase, and I quote directly, "Be like water." The crazy Japanese guy 2018. When he said this, he said that you needed to learn how to be like water because you needed to be flexible, adjust to any situation that you are placed in. Personally, I have about 20 different JTEs, also known as Japanese teachers of English, that I have to work with. Each JTE has a different personality, a different perspective, and a different way that they want things done. I have to figure out how I can best facilitate all these people with all these different personalities without anyone thinking, "Oh, she never listens to me," or she's no help. You have to figure out how you can facilitate all these people, which can sometimes be very mendokusai, troublesome. My Japanese, oh my god, I'm like a Japanese genius. Do you hear my Japanese just popping off like mendokusai? But seriously, you need to learn how to be flexible, because it's going to be difficult trying to teach with all these different other people and help them the best way that you can. And being flexible also extends to your life outside of school, because there are so many things that you might need to overlook and just like pass you by, because if you respond to every single situation, your experience here is definitely not going to be that good. So you're just going to need to be like flexible, like getting rid of all those negative energies, you know, and also flexible in work, flexible in life. just be flexible. Okay, let's move on to point number 2. You are going to need to learn how to work with others. As an ALT, you are not allowed to have your own classes. So at any given time, you are going to be teaching with a JTE. Personally, that was really difficult for me because your JTEs and supervisors change ever so often. So I remember, like, before I had this male supervisor, really chill guy. He would ask me to do something and then I would be leaving for the day because school ends at 4:15. I come back the next day and he already got it done because he just didn't want to wait for me. Now I have another JTE. She's gonna give me something to do. She's gonna tell me exactly how she wants it done. She's going to stand over me and just watch me do it and then correct every single thing that I do. She actually likes to take my lesson plans and mark on them in red ink to just remove the parts that she doesn't like, which I hate because I literally feel like I'm back in teachers college. But as I said, you're going to need to learn to work with other people. That is their personality. That's how they go about stuff. So you're just gonna need to learn how to adapt. Yeah, that's a good one. Be adaptable. You need to learn how to adapt. So be flexible, learn to work with others, and now on to number 3. You are going to want to get rid of all your expectations. Anything that you think life in Japan is going to be like, get rid of that. Seriously. Because the first thing is, life in Japan is going to be nothing like you expect it to be. And if you come with all these expectations, then you are going to have such a horrible time. So just expect nothing. Come with a blank slate and then you will be okay. I don't want you to come over here thinking you're going to be seeing girls walking around dressed as anime characters or something. Yeah, I've heard that before. Just get rid of all these expectations and your experience will be so much better. Number 4, you have to be open-minded because there are so many things in Japan that are going to be different from what you are used to. There are so many things that are going to be new to you, and if you just keep a closed off mind like,
I don't like raw fish, I will never eat raw fish, ew,
or
I would never do this, I would never do that, I would never,
you are going to not have the best experience ever. Trust me. There are so many things that are new and different about this culture. So you need to be prepared to try these new and different things. So you just have to have an open mind and be willing and able to try new things. Then your experience will be so much more rich. Promise. And the very last point, point number 5. Relax. Breathe and enjoy this journey. You only get the feeling of moving to Japan once. Once you are here, all of that is just going to be gone, right? The excitement and everything, it lasts for a really long time even after you come over here, but after a while it does die down. So I want you to relax, take every step as it goes. Any challenges that you experience, just know that they are growth pains and you will eventually get over it and come out better because you went through that situation. You guys, oh my god, I love hearing you talk about how excited you are to do your interviews, how excited you are to move to Japan, and yeah, you should be. So I need you to just breathe, relax, and enjoy this experience. Okay? Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Mwah.